Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Manny B Investing in BI, and we're going to go ahead and take a look for the first time at the Paribus MVP on testnet. We're going to take a look at the UI, and we're going to get into the market and maybe deposit some tokens so that we can begin using this bad boy and see what we've got. For the most part, Paribus, my Paribus friends, we've been collecting that PBX token, and we've been talking about PBX, in all the channels, Telegram, on Twitter, and all of that. But the PBX token isn't the main show. The platform is the Paribus platform, the MVP. This is what we've been waiting for. We are getting closer to that mainnet launch, and figured we go through and get to know the protocol. We've got light mode as a default, and it takes me directly to the dashboard. As you can see, we haven't been using it. We haven't deposited any tokens. We haven't actually entered the market, so to speak. So all our dashboard is going to show us is what we have to look forward to. Deposit balance, borrow balance, the net APY, and our borrowing limits, and the total interest accrued. We have my deposits and my borrows. But you got the market over here on the left and liquidations, active liquidations going on in the market. So let's go ahead and check out this dark mode, because this is my favorite look. And, ooh, that is nice. I'm liking that. Looks real smooth. Real smooth. Let's go ahead and go to market, though. Going to market will take us to the markets page, where it will list the assets that are available for us to potentially make some money on. So we've got WBTC, which is wrapped Bitcoin. This is an Ethereum token. It's an ERC20 token that was created to emulate the price of the actual native Bitcoin. So this isn't native Bitcoin. It is a representative of Bitcoin. So this is locked into a contract, and it is held, and it follows the same circulating supply of the Bitcoin coin. So same thing with Ethereum. This is not a wrapped Ethereum. This is a mainnet Ethereum. I would assume that wrapped Ethereum would come into play just the same way as wrapped Bitcoin does if we were on any other EVM compatible network that wasn't Ethereum mainnet. So, and then we've got Link and our Chainlink, and we got USDC, which is going to be our stable coin that we would be using to take our loans in. So let's go ahead and do what we do. So I want to use Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is a good, safe asset to use just because it doesn't move so much in price. Our deposit APY is kind of low on it for that very reason. Stable tokens are really stable. So far, USD has been pretty stable. So it stays. So it's going to have a deposit interest rate that's pretty low because there's no risk. So high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward. So let's go ahead and check out and see what kind of actions we got here. See details. You click on that. It will take us to the markets page and give us the BTC market details, the price of BTC, and it's following it along. It's got some price feeds in there, so we can see what's going on with that price. We've got the market liquidity. That's how much is in the pool, and it's got the borrow cap, which is no limit right now. The reserves has the amount there, the reserve factor, and the collateral factor, so that the reserve factor is the over collateralization. So we're going to have to put 20%. So the collateral factor is 70 for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and deposit some of our Bitcoin. So down here, you have a little action button next to deposited. Right now it's showing 0. So let's go ahead and click on that guy, and it'll bring us up to our wallet and show us what we currently have in the wallet connected to the platform. We've got just under 1 wrapped Bitcoin available to us. So we've got about $20,000. And you can see that the deposit balance is 0 because we haven't deposited anything. All right. So we can deposit all of it by clicking that max, or we can just do some. Let's do 0.5. Oops, not 95, 0.5. Let's do 0.5. That's a little goofy. 0.5, you can look at the deposit rates. So we're going to get 0.29% just lending out the Bitcoin that we are going to deposit into the market. So let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to get a contract to sign. Let's go ahead and switch that view so you can see it. We're going to be giving the permission to use our Bitcoin. So these are the details. We are on the testnet, of course. I'm going to plug my ledger in. It's going to have me approve a transaction. If you're not using a hardware wallet, which I recommend you do use, you don't have to deal with any passwords or anything, or deal with keyloggers getting your passwords. Just use the ledger and approve the transaction. And boom, we are golden. So now we just have to confirm what we just did. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. It will then give us another transaction to review if we're using a hardware wallet, and give us all of our fees and everything. So we're going to accept that as well. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to mint the transaction to the blockchain. And you'll be able to view those transactions as they complete. So we'll see how long this takes. Results may vary depending on what network we're on. We're on the testnet right now. The Gorley, I believe it's called. So we're finished. Everything looks good. We are deposited. Let's hit close. And it's going to take us right back to that dashboard so that we can see what we've got going on. So enter the market. So we've got our deposit. We've got half of our Bitcoin. What we're going to be doing here is going ahead and putting that in. We're going to enter the market. I like that. Got the nice little logo there. It's telling us, but let's go ahead and deal with this business real quick and approve this transaction. So this is our third transaction. We're going to confirm. We've got another transaction to review on our ledger if that's what we're using. If not, then of course, it will pop up and say, hey, enter your password. You enter that password, and then it will do pretty much the same thing. But I like the ledger. It's secure. It's easy to use. No key logging. So we'll let this transaction mint. Things so far have been under about 30 seconds. Let's see what we get now. There we go. We have entered the market. Let's close and look what we have here. We've got our deposited amount. This is our balance in USD. We've got our asset, the balance of that asset, the interest for depositing, and our borrow limit. So our borrowing limit is how much we can borrow on our deposited balance. So remember when we looked at that page for Bitcoin, it gave us the 20% or, in the 70% or the 30 and the 70, it will keep the difference as collateral. That's how the platform maintains itself and keeps from becoming, bad debt essentially. So there's no time limit or time frame on when you have to return the funds like a traditional loan. Like if you were to get a car loan, if you were to get a mortgage, a home mortgage, those are all set to time periods. In DeFi, when it comes to borrowing and lending, typically not set to a time period, but you have to maintain a collateral ratio. This kind of helps us with the collateral ratio. It's 20%. Markets typically don't move in 20% really fast unless we're running into a bull market or running into a bear market. So that can give us, a really good cushion, but you do have to manage that. You have to manage when you're borrowing money. So in the next video, we're going to go through actually borrowing and getting some stable coins for our asset that we've deposited. So we're in the market. We've entered the market. It's checked. And then you've got some actions here. It would be cool if they had like a little descriptor that popped up when you hovered over it. That would be sweet. So you know what these things are. But we'll go through the next video and we'll actually continue using the platform. So make sure you are locked in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like and that share. And we'll see you on the next one. Peace.